Hey, PhotoShare 289 is live. This is October 13th. Yeah, October 13th, 2019. Definitely fall here in Atlanta. We had kind of coolish week and it's kind of cool and rainy today. So fall is here, which no complaints from me on that. That is for sure. Kind of glad it's here. Although for us, we don't really, we get winter, but yeah, snow's not really an issue. So for those in northern climes, that could be an issue. But for us, it gets a little chilly, but we don't really get any snow. So I'm fine with that. So we are in October, and hope everybody's doing well. I just posted the link in a little Facebook group and also on YouTube. So let me see what is going on there. Looks like it's live. I'm going to mute it. And yep, the link is in there. So we should be good there. Kind of a busy week for me this week. Actually, really busy. A lot of stuff going on with work and other stuff, but did manage to fit in a birthday on Friday. So I'm another year older. What is that? Another year older, one step closer to death. Is it Pink Floyd that says that? So yeah. Anyway, but I feel good. I feel a lot younger than I am. So I guess that's a positive thing. But yeah, the years just kind of zip by anymore. One year after another just keeps on ticking. So can't worry about it. Just kind of enjoy the flow as much as possible. So didn't do any photography this week at all. Well, that's not really a surprise for me the last 6 months, 8 months. But now that the weather's finally cooled down and we're into more normal weather, hoping I can reconnect with some street photography group that I'm a tangential member of, and get out there and do a little bit of photography. So I have to reach out to a couple members and see what's up in the next couple of weeks. Maybe we can get together and go out and we can actually use the camera, which would be quite a revelation. I know I used it a little bit a couple months ago. Hey, there's Dennis.
You all right, Mark?
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. I'm doing excellent. How's the weather there? Cold? You got cold and rainy there now?
Yeah, it's been raining a lot actually. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're having our first. Well, it's not rained too much yet, but really the first time it's rained at all in about the last month, and we're supposed to get quite a bit of rain here this coming week. So hope we get a lot, but not too much, because we need it. We are way behind on moisture for the year. So
how's your clock situation? When does your clock?
We go back. We go off daylight saving. I think it's the first weekend of November.
Right.
So let's see, daylight savings 2019. So yeah, so Sunday the 3rd of November.
Right. Yeah, we go back before you. I have to remember that.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you go back in 2 weeks?
Yeah, the last Sunday in October normally.
Oh, okay. So you go back, yeah, one week. Yeah, basically 1 week.
Yeah, I know when you go forward, you go forward a couple of weeks before us, I think.
Yeah, we go beginning of March, and you don't change until almost April.
Well, the end, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so the 3rd of November, we will be 1 hour. Yeah, we'll be starting actually 1 hour later, I guess. Yeah, 1 hour later.
Yeah, I know, because a few years back I logged on and the show was finished.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's closer in the fall, so there's only 1 week difference in the fall, so that's good. But yeah, that is coming up fast. It's kind of hard to believe we're already halfway through October, pretty much. So time flies. That is for sure. So, looks like you actually did a little photography this week. Looks like.
Yeah, I've been playing around with programs I've just downloaded.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them was called Serene Stacker.
Okay. Yep. I see you got a shot that you did that. So does it fit into is it separate or is it part of GIMP?
No, it's separate. It's a free trial at the moment anyway. It's one you pay for, but I just wanted to see how it functioned.
Okay.
Yeah, it done a pretty good job, really. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, it looks like this one here we'll go over it in a little while, but 23 images.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I'm assuming the one you posted before that, where it's just focused on the right side of the lens.
That's the first thing. Yeah.
Okay. So
I've just shown the depth of field.
Mm-hmm.
That was the 65mm f2.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And I got as close as I could get.
Yeah.
And
then from there, what you just moved just focused on each little depth farther in, basically.
Yeah. You just start working your way around the camera with the focus point. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. And then so this program just basically takes them all, asks you where the files are, you point to them, and then it
you just,
magical algorithm thing and puts them all together.
That's it. Grab all 23 images and just drop it straight in the box, and it just does the rest.
Wow. Okay. And so does it output what format does it output in?
You can choose JPEG or TIFF, or you can choose what you want to save it as. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems okay, but I was trying to get the stacker to work in GIMP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is the GMIC add-on.
Okay.
Yeah, which I've done the flower a few weeks ago with, but I can't find it. I can't find that add-on for the Mac.
Okay.
So I've done it on the laptop.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
that's one thing I haven't played around with focus stacking. So.
Yeah, it works in Microsoft. So
okay.
Yeah, but obviously I got the Mac here, which is bigger screen. It's easier to work on with the picture.
Yep.
Yeah, it's some guy trying to get the GMIC add-on to work at the moment. I don't think there's a working Mac version at the moment.
Okay.
It will probably come in time.
Yeah. Well, I want to do a 23 image focus stack on the large format. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's going to cost you.
Man, that would be expensive.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess what you would do is you'd have to do them. Yeah, you have to do each separate, and then develop them separately, and then merge them in.
Yeah, you got to scan them. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to scan them separately, and then use either merge it manually or use some software to do that. Oh man,
yeah,
expensive.
Well, that stacker I was using, apparently you can do 1,000 images stack.
Wow. So why would you need 1,000? Just because you could, just to say you can do it, I guess.
Right. Yeah, it did say in some of the write-ups that many people use 100 photograph stack. Yeah, that seems.
I don't know. Would you do that for? I could think maybe you would do it for like studio macro photography or something like that.
Yeah, it's mainly macro. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could only do that on a still life macro. You could never do that. Capturing a bug in your backyard or something. I mean, there'd be
I stuck the digital camera on the tripod, obviously, to do the Leica camera. Yeah,
man, that would be yeah. But I could see how, I guess for macro, when the depth of field is so narrow anyway, that would make a difference. Hey, there's Frank.
Here.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Excellent. We're just discussing the pros and cons of 1,000 image focus stack and why anybody would use 1,000 images for focus stacking.
Hey, if it helps the end result, great.
Yeah. We're thinking the only thing we could only application would be like still life macro, something like that.
It's going
Where
to
you
be
have such a narrow
microscopic.
depth of field. Yeah. Man, think how long that would take.
Where did this idea come from? Of a thousand image focus stacking? Is it an article or something, or it was just something you guys were?
No, Frank, I was using a program I downloaded called Serene Stacker,
Okay.
and in some of the comments of people who have been using it, they reckon 100 stack is quite normal, but they have been told that people have done 1,000 photograph stack. God knows how long it took to do. I think it was about 7 hours.
Wow. Oh, 7 hours for the software to process it all?
Yeah.
I can imagine so.
Yeah. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of power. Yeah, and I guess you probably have, and that's probably with a decent graphics processor too, because I would imagine it.
Well, what I found, Mark, was after doing that 23 stack, I had to actually tone down the sharpening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the lens was the 65mm f2, which is sharp all over corner to corner. And I think 23, it was I had to do anti-aliasing and tone down the sharpness to bring it back to. It was well over sharpened by the program.
Yeah. So I guess so that when you're doing that many with a sharp lens, you want to dial down the sharpness, let it do its thing, and then resharpen when it's all compiled.
Yeah. Now what I done was I just turn the raw files into JPEGs and stack the 23 in the program, let it go.
Okay. And how long did it take for 23?
Oh, it didn't take long at all. Probably 2 minutes.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Nothing. No.
No, that's pretty good. That's good. Yeah. Well, it looks like you got an interesting result. We'll take a look at it. So, and it was easy to use. I mean, that's the important thing.
Oh, absolutely. Just grab all your files, chuck it straight in the box, and away it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does work. It does work. Obviously, you only get a 30-day free trial, and then you might want to have to buy it after that. But I'm hoping I can find a GMIC add-on for the Mac. Because at the moment, if I want to do any stuff, I have to drop the files into the laptop.
Okay.
Then save them to a pen and shove them back on the Mac. You know.
Okay.
It's the only way I can do it. Yeah. It works in Microsoft, but there's no availability for.
Okay. For Mac. Okay.
Mac, yeah. But I mean, GIMP itself works fine in the Mac.
It's just the add-on that doesn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there are many add-ons to find out there if you want to do it. I'm only brushing the surface. I'm a beginner.
Yeah. There's so much. Yeah. Well, I can see. I mean, there's a lot of people that do, for landscape photography and all that stuff. They'll do focus stacking as well.
Well, you know what? If you like to take wide open and you're close up, then you're going to get the blurred ears and everything, aren't you? So if you're doing portraits, if you've got them staying still enough, then you can.
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah, I mean, because it's really hard for people to sit still that long to really, if they move a little bit while you're doing the eighth shot of a 15 shot focus stack or something like that, then it's, I don't know. And then you have to start all over again, I guess.
I reckon I'd like to put, what I should have done was that 23 stack, I should have done the 24th, move the camera.
Oh, and see what happens?
Yeah, see how it copes with the extra one, what's out of line.
I'm sure it's probably got some kind of recognition in it if it's more than a certain percentage off or whatever. Maybe you would think that it would say this image is too far out of norm, so we're not gonna use it or something like that. You know?
It might still use it and just correct it.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably if it's smart. This is just from a non-techie wish list, but I would think they could do it in a way that it would have would have a range, then it would be able to correct it. If it was too far out, they're like, nah, sorry, we can't do anything with it. So it would just throw that one out. Maybe if it was too, it has to be in a certain window.
What was impressive was you get two windows come up, and it takes the first photograph of the stack and sticks it on the other window, and then you can actually see it build.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
each one it drops down to. The final image was getting better and better. You could see the sections it was grabbing and putting in the final bit.
Okay. So you have the proof of the final image, and as each one gets added in, the final image gets a little clearer and a little clearer and a little clearer. As the,
so if you look at the first picture that I took with the of the Leica camera, that was the first image. That's what it looked like at the beginning.
Okay.
As it went through the stack of all the different focus points, you see the camera becoming clearer and clearer. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Well, it's a nice little feature to keep the user engaged in what's going on. Now imagine if it took 7 hours. You have to stare at your screen for 7 hours. And wait.
Yeah. I think I would have just done it overnight and come back to it.
Yeah. No, that's interesting.
I played with it to see how it would cope, how it would do it. If you put everything in line, it aligns the image and builds it, and I think it's quite good.
Yeah.
So you were using GIMP for the focus stacking?
No, I was using a program called Serene Stacker.
Oh, okay.
It's only on a 30-day trial because you've got to pay for it, but it's fully working. So everything works in it for 30 days, and then if you don't pay, it's going to drop off, isn't it? But
yeah.
No, I can't get the Stacker, which is the GMIC add-on for my Mac. I've got it on a Microsoft computer and it works fine, but the Mac version doesn't work. Someone's trying to build it at the moment to try and get it to work properly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here it is. Zareen with a Z. It is Zareen Stacker. And so it is. So after the trial, it is personal edition, $90. That's not terrible.
No.
I mean, if you're doing a fair amount of it, I mean, that would be definitely worthwhile.
It's right in the ballpark with other applications.
Yeah, kind of in that range. The professional edition is $289.
Yeah.
Posted for $189, so I don't know what the difference is there.
What I'll try and do, Mark, is I'll drop those 23 photographs in the GMIC in GIMP and see what the final image looks like, because it works in GIMP in the Microsoft computer. I'll build it. If I get time during the week, I'll build the same image in the open source software and see what the final like. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because GIMP to me works superbly. I just think it's such a brilliant program for a freebie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can. Well, make sure to add a tag of Zareen Stacker, and it'll get added to the group. They've got a thing on their website where you can see what, and we can take a look at them on Flickr here. That'd be kind of interesting. Kind of see. They've got anything with that keyword tag, so it'd be kind of interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, that looks like a decent. It's easy to use, and although if you can get whatever to work for GIMP for free and it works fine, then
yeah. Well, I built that
better than not.
The picture of the rose was a stack from GIMP, and that turned out quite fine, but it wasn't such a lot of photos. It was probably only about 5 images that I stacked together.
Okay. Yeah. No,
it is ideal for close-up work, like doing still life. You can take your pictures wide open. You're going to keep the bokeh. It's and it's going to be crystal clear.
Yeah. No, that's. I think that would be the primary thing for studio photography, still life, where you're doing macro or something like that.
Yeah, I should think they use
or landscape, digital landscape. Where things aren't
these people who do products for sale, set it up. I've seen a photo stack of a Rolex watch, and it was about 50 images, and it was absolutely 3-dimensional by the time they finished with it.
Yeah. That's there would be definitely a use for that. Now, Frank, did you ever do focus stacking on film?
No.
We're talking about that. I guess you'd have to just do it and then scan all the images and then merge them electronically. I mean, that would be the only way you could do it, I guess, right? There's no
Yeah.
way to do that in the dark room, is there? No.
Yeah, you've got to be a master darkroom guy and do a lot of masking, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. Imagine how long that would take.
Yeah, yeah,
You really gotta wanna, and at that point, if you need that kind of depth of field,
Yeah.
film, you should be using a view camera in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
My-
but I guess you could do it with film now and then scan. I mean, so it could be an image from film. But
There's a guy on YouTube doing it with a large format. I looked at it a couple of weeks ago. He took 3 photographs within the woods.
oh yeah, Ben Horn, was that the guy, the landscape photographer? Is he the guy that does the 8x10 stuff?
Yeah, he was doing. I think these were 4x5s, but
Okay.
he'd actually like scan, because you can't use your tilt shift in the woods, can you? Because it's not going to work. It's going to throw trees out. So he took a series of pictures and scanned them and then stacked them.
Yeah. Okay. So he took a series, didn't move the camera, but just focused on different spots in the field, in the image.
He done foreground. He done the 2/3 rule, sort of.
Yeah.
And then he done the middle, then he done the back. And
Yeah. That would be the way to do it. You'd do at least 3. That way you get all thirds, front, middle, and back.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, well, even 4x5, that gets kind of expensive.
Yeah, he put the results up. It was quite good. The trees in the background were a bit blurry, but when he done the stack, they were crystal clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was no deformity in the picture because he hadn't shifted the front.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that would make sense. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I think it's Ben Horn. Joined August 14th. I think that's him. Let's find out. Yeah. No, that's not Ben Horn. The wedding photo. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, you found him on YouTube. Then okay, I'll check his site and see. Yeah, but no, that's cool. Yeah, that would still take a lot of time, but not near as much as actually. I guess you could do it in a dark room, but oh my gosh, yeah, anything more than 2 images, 2 or 3 with a huge difference, you couldn't do. You would have to be like foreground, middle, and back. You could do that if it was a fairly ordinary scene, so it'd be easy to mask. So you would be able to see what where the lines were.
Yeah.
If you could do it in the studio. A way to try would be to do it in the studio. Have like 3 apples or something on a table with a black background, or whatever, and then just do the first apple, the second one, the third, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that way you could it would be relatively easy to see, but it would still take. Oh my gosh.
Well, I've got 50 sheets of Ektar still to use up in 4x5.
Mm-hmm.
So we could do an experiment. It'd be probably better to do it in black and white first. It'd be a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
But when you scan a 4x5, you're looking at a gigabyte.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
color. Yeah, you're looking at about 300 meg on a black and white, and about a gig on color. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to have 3 gig.
Yeah.
Stitched together. That's probably going to take quite a while.
Oh, but see, you've got the set. Well, not to do it, but to do it just even in black and white. You've got the setup now because you've got the lights. So you could set it up, in the house in your studio, and just do like that. 2 or 3 objects, focus on the front, the middle, and the back, and then scan them in, and then merge them. That way. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was quite interesting crawling around the camera, the different points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the photographs I took, I actually focused in on the iris inside the lens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it did change it in the final image. You can't see it as good as the original, but it shows.
Yeah. So you just picked like number of points, front to back, left to right, top to bottom.
Yeah. Well, the depth of field was so thin.
Yeah.
I had to take like 4 or 5 images just to get past the front of the lens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That would make sense with that. Yeah, if he's shooting a wide open 1.4 or whatever, right? So
No, it was f2 on that lens, but
F2, okay. All right, yeah, you've got the 1.2 on the Leica. Yeah. There it is.
the Leica's we're in the 1.2.
Yeah.
It's a bigger lens with lots of writing all over it, so
Yeah. Makes it a little easier to focus on. Yeah.
I worked my way around the edge of the camera, the strap lugs, and then I worked across the viewfinder, the name of the camera, stopping and focusing on just that point.
Okay, so you would, so you had to keep the camera at the same position. You didn't move the camera on a tripod, so you were just manually adjusting the focus points.
Yeah, I was just moving the focus points across.
Using a little joystick or left, right, up, and down.
It's a manual focus lens as well, so
Yeah.
I had to physically focus on each point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. How long did it take you? How long did it take you to take all 23 shots?
Not too long, 5 minutes probably.
Okay, it's not bad. Okay.
Yeah, it took me longer because I should have switched the camera to JPEG because I still had it on RAW file, so
Okay.
I had to drop it into the RAW file converter and change each one over to a JPEG because that program won't convert RAW files.
Oh, okay. All right. So it'll convert from go from like
It do
PNG?
PNGs, TIFFs,
yeah, okay.
JPEGs, but it wouldn't do Sony's RAW file.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't have the info on all the manufacturer to do the raw stuff.
Yeah. If anything, that's the letdown on it. They need to put a RAW file converter in it.
Yeah. Maybe the professional now is your trial is it full all features, including what would be available in the professional edition? Okay.
Yeah, everything works in it. So
Okay.
all you got to do is buy a license if you want to carry on using it.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well, that's
Or
good.
it says you can download it free on the internet. But
Yeah.
but you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. That is for sure.
All the malware,
Mhm.
True.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that with a Microsoft computer anyway.
Yeah. You've got a little more freedom to download stuff on the Mac. So
Yeah, I'm afraid that I don't miss having to format the drives, put the partitions back in.
mhm.
All these people with their viruses loading up in the higher memory.
Yeah. Yep. Not what you want to have to deal with.
I've never had to ever reload the operating system into this Mac.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Never ever have I had a problem.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I think the Unix system's probably a little bit more secure than Microsoft. Yeah,
Mhm.
but then a lot more people have got Microsoft computers, so maybe
Yeah.
it's not worth their while.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, well, let's jump into the images here because there's a fair amount. Where do we finish up with? I think this was the last one from last week. Yeah, and StreamYard has added some new features now, which I have to investigate and see. I guess you can stream to more than one platform at a time. So if I wanted to add Facebook streaming, I guess I could do that. But I don't really think I want to do that. But we'll see. Only stream, yes, I know. Allow. Thank you. All right, there we go. Hopefully that is, yeah. This is the last one from last week. And did you watch the show at all last week, Frank? To see?
I did not.
Okay. Yeah, so these were images that Pat took when he went to the Mille Miglia back in 3 years ago, I guess. Yeah. So he went over to Italy wrote a article on it for whatever magazine he was doing stuff for at the time. He went over there for a week and kind of followed that race around Italy.
That looks like an F40.
Yes, and he said he waited on this rooftop for like an hour and a half, for 2 hours, for them to, because it's kind of like a rally, so they go point to point each day or whatever. And he says, I know that it's gonna be coming through, and So he just waited. And
It's such an iconic Ferrari.
oh, it is. Yeah.
It's like a rare car, and well, it's an iconic car regardless what brand you're speaking of.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah. It's one of the most iconic ever, pretty much. But so he just figured that would be a great spot to get that car going across the red and the white crosswalk or whatever there. And yeah. So, and he got lucky. I mean, you look how lined up. I mean, because he says the cars are going, they're going whatever, 20, 30 miles an hour. So you got basically one shot. You had enough time to get off 2 or 3 shots and just hope that one of them came out the way he wanted. And so
they're only going 20 miles an hour over
20 or 30. They were in a town or something. Yeah.
So that's not hard at all.
They get out on the autostrada, and I guess they do go fairly quick. Yeah.
Yeah, as fast as the probably the owner will allow them.
Yeah. But yeah, he did. So I mean, this is a fantastic shot. So the car's pretty much lined up with the with the white strip there, and he did manage to get. No, he did. I guess he said he did Photoshop. I guess the cars had numbers on them, so he Photoshopped out the number just to kind of get down to the pure car. But you can see the navigator in there,
right?
which is kind of cool. So yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, and then this one. That's, I guess, the guy he went. I don't know if this was the guy but the guy from Arizona has this 458. Yeah,
that's one of my favorite Ferraris.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful car.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I love what is this, gunmetal gray or whatever? Just that matte. It's like a matte color. Yeah, yeah. So that looked like that was a fun event. But he said, yeah, the license plate got a lot of attention. The Arizona license plate, with the cactus and stuff on it. He said everybody knew where Arizona was. So, yes, that was kind of cool. Okay, so first one this week is Jose contributing Huntington Beach Surfer, taken with his Sony 300 milliliter. He drank 300 milliliters of wine before he shot this image, and
works for me.
Yeah.
I'd say that lens is really expensive, Mark.
Yeah.
I have a look at that 300 mil.
Yeah, what is it? Probably $2,000.
Yeah, and it's big as well.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
The 300 millimeter, the 70 to 300 millimeter Sony lens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's got pretty much. I think it's the A3, maybe, I think is what he has. But he's got all the Sony, he's got the Sony complement of lenses for it.
I thought that would be a 4.5x6. That should be around a $400 lens.
Yeah, no, not the Sony one.
Yeah,
1,500 to 2,000 probably.
Yeah, anything with Sony written on it, just double it.
Yeah, three times as much. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a Sony camera, but I don't actually own a Sony lens.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a good. I don't know how far away from this he was, but it's pretty nice. Got nice focus and good concentration. This was taken October 4th, so yeah, just a week ago. Very nice. Oh, and Simi. This was Cobbin Reservoir in West Ware, Massachusetts.
Yeah, you're not kidding. That 7300 is $850.
$850. Okay.
Oh,
The version 2 lens. The first version lens is $489.
Okay. All right.
But
So
still, for 7300, 4.5x6, that's expensive for that type of a lens.
yeah. So it's not the.
It better be the best 7300 on the market at that price.
Yeah. And it's probably decent, but yeah, for that, who knows? So this is with his 24 to 120.
That lens has been a workhorse for him, hasn't it?
Oh man, he's a lot with this. Well, it's just that's a good, like a walk around landscape lens for him. So covers pretty much everything he needs for most of the stuff.
And it doesn't get a whole lot of love. I don't know about which version he's using, but the first version didn't get a whole lot of love on the internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
What's
you know, when you're looking at great content and great composition and great
yeah,
language,
yeah. I mean, it's
does it really matter?
the lens helps, but yeah, you got to know what you're doing behind a lens to make it work, even with the best lens.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, Mark,
so this is nice.
did you see they Nikon have bought out another mirrorless camera?
Oh, I did see something a couple weeks ago about that. Yeah.
Z50.
It's got a crop sensor though.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of compete. So it's like the 1.6 crop, like the normal crop sensors are.
I can't remember because I got a message come through saying they bought another one out, another mirrorless camera. But as soon as I read it had a crop sensor, I just forgot about it then.
Okay. Yeah. Huh. Well, they want to make it find something that's more affordable, so they can get it under $1,000 or something,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah,
It's cheap, yeah.
yeah. It sounds like it's designed as for the entry level mirrorless shooter.
Well, they're wanting that's going to be the replacement for what is it, the 3600, or the stuff that you see that they sell in Costco and Sam's Club, where you can get the DSLR and the 2 kit lenses for $799 or $800 or something.
Right.
Is it the 3400 or the 3600? That's their basic crop sensor DSLR. So
I never liked those cameras anyways, the 3000 series, because it didn't have a built-in focusing motor.
Oh, so you gotta depend on the lens then.
You have to depend on the lens, and you have to know what of the 5 different mounts, F mounts, Nikon makes or made
Oh, yeah.
actually have the internal focusing system. So a lot of people are buying what they think is a great cheap lens on eBay just to find out that it's a manual focusing only.
Because it won't work. Yeah, the motors doesn't talk to the camera. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Huh.
Just worth it. I'd rather have a Canon a T series.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. But yeah, if they're bringing out a crop sensor mirrorless, that's what they're doing. That probably spells the death of the of their prosumer DSLRs. If they got that out, it's next year or two, you're not going to see those entry level DSLRs anymore. I don't think.
They already announced that they weren't going to make another 5000 series.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That means
if they're putting out a mirrorless camera, and it's cheaper to make because it doesn't have the mirror in the box and all the extra stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's
yeah.
the whole industry is diminishing so badly. It just makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's a way to keep a margin, and still sell camera and keep the margin basically. Yep. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So, yep. But assuming this was taken, okay, on the 28th. So there are already some trees changing September 28th up in Massachusetts. Kind of interesting. Ooh, okay.
A little splash of light.
Yeah, that was very nice. He must have been rushed. These are all like less than a second exposures. I don't know what's going on here. 25th of a second, a sixth of a second. This was with the 24 to 120 at 24, so wide angle. But yeah, no, that's very nice. Yeah, colors are great. You got the nice variation in looks like maybe they had a frost or something, because some of these ferns are already starting to die off a little bit. Some that are still haven't been zapped yet by the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's a nice transition, seasonal kind of transition shot.
And that's really, this is a hard image to get, mainly because you got the bright blue skies, you got all the highlights there, and that huge shadow before it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a range. I mean, you look over here, the colors over here are just in that shadow over here. So you go, that's a pretty wide range. I mean, you go from that to that. It's that'd be interesting to see. You know, he always does stuff in post. I'd be interested to see how much adjustments or stuff he had to do to this. But
There's no way you could have done it.
yeah, he's but yeah, the end result is good.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. Okay, it was a Noguchi Garden in infrared.
I like this image a lot. This is nice.
Yeah, this is very nice. The I guess that's at Japanese garden. I think is it somewhere in the LA area, if I remember, because he posted some stuff in this he took earlier in the year, maybe in the spring or something. But yeah, look at that. The color of that. So that's the green, I'm assuming, comes out in the yellow.
He said he's used the filter on this, Mark.
Taken with the live pixel converted camera, super color, for a super color 590 nanometer filter. Huh. Okay. I'm not aware of that filter, but
You must change it because foliage usually comes out white.
mm-hmm. It must do, yeah, something to it. Well, 590, yeah, filter. But yeah, this is great. I mean, there's some nice elements in here. You've got, I'm wondering, this must be the sky here. This is probably a building. Looks like there's a shadow or something, like a wall there.
Yeah, water comes out black normally.
Okay, yeah, or it could be blue sky or black. But he's got a low. His perspective is pretty much on the ground almost. It looks like it kind of tilts up a little bit. Yeah, this is a very, very interesting shot. Nice, few different components in there. Some lots of texture. Interesting light, shadow, dark. You got. Yeah. You got some of the stuff up here, the pebbles or whatever is kind of repeated. Yeah, that's a very nice shot. That is, his infrared is very interesting. Interesting results. I love the title of this one, Man Spreading. That's a funny shot. Male bonobo. This is at the zoo, I guess. Yeah, taken a couple years ago. Taken in June of 2017.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does well in black and white, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's and he shot this with the 200 to 500. Okay, so that's it's long lens. f5.6 at 480. So you got the background. Look at the bokeh back there. Yeah. That's very nice.
Just wish the eyes were a little bit brighter, just to give them a little bit more light.
Yeah, you get a little bit in there, but yeah. It's interesting.
Overall, good shot.
Yeah, no, it's that's a neat one. Very nice.
That's nice.
Black and white clubless monkey and her baby. Wow. I wonder what this was taken. Okay, yeah. 1250th, 5.6. Yeah, once again, yeah. Black and white is probably just perfect for these. Wow. No, that's a fantastic shot.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. Fallow deer. This was probably taken at the zoo as well. 410 millimeter. Yeah. It's looking right at him. Nice colors. Nice background. Brings out the color. Yep.
Well said.
A complementary background. It doesn't fight against what's in the front.
It's well separated. Yeah.
Yep. Very nice. Yeah. Maybe that's what I need to do. I just need to go to the zoo in the middle of the week. Get some images. This would be interesting in black and white too. I think this would be nice in black and white. I think that would be very nice. Okay, so the world's longest pier, Brighton Pier.
No, that's the longest pier is here.
Okay.
Yeah. The pier down the road from here is
Okay.
3 miles long.
But this one is the one at Brighton. So this is from your trip a few weeks ago.
This is 2 photographs, and I put these together using Adobe Elements.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, and he done a pretty good job.
So.
Yeah, about where the seagull is.
All right.
In the foreground. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was using the Voigtlander 50mm, I couldn't get all that in, so I took 2 pictures from the same spot, and then I got the program to put them together.
Oh, okay. All right. So from this point forward is the one image, and then from this point back is the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, about the dome on the pier roof was where they come past each other.
Okay. All right.
I tried to use it on a different program, but it couldn't cope with the beach because it's all stones.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one, I put it in the Elements and just to see how it turned out, and I thought it done a pretty good job of putting them together. Can't see the join.
Yeah. I'm looking. I don't see any. Don't see anything that's obvious as far as. So the other one wasn't able to deal with this just totally random and consistent background, I guess.
The first one I used just above the dome, the color of the sky, because it was the edge of the photograph. It was showing a join, showing a different shade of blue.
Okay. Yep.
So it didn't do a good job at all, but this program did. It just completely took that out now and corrected it.
Yeah, nice. So that was just Elements then, huh? Adobe Photoshop Elements?
Yeah, Photoshop Elements, which I had on the computer here. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's nice. Did a good job. It's a nice image too. You got
doesn't have a photo stacker in it though.
No, it's very nice. Yeah, it's a nice shot because you got the flags are just not sitting there. They're moving a little bit in the breeze, and obviously it looked like a really nice day there. You said it was warm and sunny. Yeah,
it was lovely and warm all week.
Yeah. Not so much now.
No, it's not the place.
All right. So this is the first of 23 shots.
Yeah.
So you must have focused right here, basically.
I did, yeah. I focused on Voigtlander, right on the edge of the
rim
lens there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I gradually worked my way across, bringing in the 50mm and the Nocton.
Okay.
Worked my way up the camera.
All right. To get this.
Yeah. Right across the top, back down the other side of the lens.
Okay. All right. So that
would it have been possible for you to get all of this depth of field with one shot?
Yeah, I kept the same depth. The lens was wide open all the way, and just moved the focus point inside the camera.
But could you have gotten the whole thing if you just closed the lens down to f16 or 22?
Yeah, but I wanted to see how the focus stacking would stack up,
Sure.
Yeah, you could have, but it wouldn't have been as fun, Frank. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it would have been that clear.
Yeah. No, that would have been. Now, did you take one when you got done? Did you take one at like f22 just to see?
I didn't know.
Yeah, that would be the thing, and then do it at f22,
You
and
see,
then compare it to the
I want
composite.
to keep the background in. I want
Yeah.
to keep the background blurred out as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yep. That would be the thing. Yeah, to try it and do do it. Another one, do like a 20 whatever, and then take one at like f22.
Yeah, if I don't want f22 though, then you probably see the pictures on the wall behind the color of the wall.
Yeah, you probably would. Okay, so this is the end result.
This is the end result of the stitch, of the stitching them all together.
Yeah, it gets pretty good.
Yeah, the focus points were the lens release, the Leica red dot,
Okay.
the viewfinders, and the above right up the top, the chrome of the buttons.
Oh, okay. Chrome of the shutter button.
Yeah, and also the lugs on the strap.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Did you this one up here too? Is this the ISO advance here, or what is this?
No, that's the film rewind.
Oh, it's a rewind. Okay. All right. And then you viewfinders. Then you did one on the logo, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Done one on the logo, and one on the imager for the the window what lets the light in. For the
the meter. Yeah. So the only thing I notice, and I don't know if this is on the camera or not, but it looks like you see this little bit of this halo around, I see it around the A and the 6.
Yeah.
Is that an artifact of the processing?
Yeah.
Or is that actually on the camera, I wonder?
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether being a digital camera, it couldn't cope with white, and it's blowing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be it. But yeah, that's really, and I looked at it just because I knew it was a bunch of images combined, so I was looking for something that didn't seem, you just get that little bit of the halo effect around the most contrasty points.
Yeah.
The widest range, the white against the bright white against the dark black, and that might be just. It didn't happen down here when you see the 16 and all the f-stops. Huh.
Yeah. Maybe I need to turn down the highlights.
Yeah, that might adjust the highlights a little bit, because it's not going to do anything to the black. The black is just there, and then you'll get it's like blooming almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's neat. I mean, the detail in the leather here is nice. I think that's an acceptable job. Yeah. So the alternative, like you said, if you did it, there you are. There's the camera.
Yep.
There's the other room. There's your light. Yeah.
I focus right inside to the iris.
Okay. Right in here.
Yeah.
Is this your snooker table?
No. This is in the kitchen.
Okay. All right. So if you did this shot with like f22, then the background would have come in.
Yeah, you would have everything.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be the big difference. If you shot this, so the thing would be to shoot it in against a white background and focus stack it, and then take another one at so the background would be the same either way, and then just to see what the difference is. But yeah, I think that's.
Well, it was an experiment to see.
Yeah.
How it would put the images together, whether it was going to be a complete disaster or whether it would be acceptable. I mean, that's pretty acceptable, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if the first picture gives you the idea of the depth of field you're dealing with.
Yeah. I mean, wide open, really close. So I mean, so it makes sense on the like for landscape, when people are using it for landscape. When you just don't have the light to do a small aperture, so you need to open it up and then focus in a few points, that type of thing. So you're not going to get, that would be the reason you would use it, right? If you had the light and everything would work from setting it like on a, setting it at F16 or F22.
Yeah.
If you had the light to support that, you would just do that because that would be the easiest way. But if not, you know, if the exposure wasn't going to be right and you had to open it up, then you would have to focus stack to compensate for that. I guess that would be the practical use of it.
With a lens like that, when you've got an f1.2 lens, I should think the sweet spot's probably 2.8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're still not going to have a terrific depth of field.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, on landscape, you could probably take 3 or 4 pictures of the same focus at a different point.
That would be the other reason, if you just want to make sure you're in the sweet spot of your lens as far as sharpness and all that stuff. And it's right. Yeah, it's usually 1 or 2 stops above what the maximum is.
Yeah, because this is a fast lens. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is a 13 stack.
Okay, so this is 13 of flowers again. Okay. Now this is the same. Is this the same flower you did a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, it's the same flower, but this was taken with the Voigtlander f1.2.
Okay. And stacked 13 of them.
13 stack. Yeah.
So that only basically got you the flower and the rose. That's about all you could do.
Even the rose is soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the main advantage of this was the center of that flower was blurred, was quite blurry in a single shot. Yeah. But stacking it and then putting them together, everything came in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is nice and detailed in there. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be the major use for focus stacking would be kind of studio or still life, that type of thing, where you've got the flexibility to really.
But when I look at that picture, I prefer the rose.
Yeah, it's a little softer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the rose works because it's soft.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can just be too sharp,
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, all right, Dennis, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to do 1,000 image focus stack. I want to see.
Yeah, okay. I'll start now. I might.
Yeah, it might be done by Saturday. Oh, that's good. That's some good.
It was an experiment. I like to do different things. It's like when I said to Tim we was going to develop the film in our own coffee mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd never done it before. Making up our own stuff. So yeah, and it worked fine. It's brilliant when it works.
Yep. So here you go. So this is links from their site. Images appearing recently. Okay. So Small World. So this was 5th place by Dan Lernan. So this one, mold on a tomato. Right.
Well, that really is macro, isn't it?
Yeah. Magnification 3.9 times. Look at that. Yeah. You wonder how many shots this is, but
it says 5 of 88. Or was that the images?
I think that's the images. Yeah, these are the entries and
right. It
photo micrography.
It doesn't say though how many images it was.
Yeah.
What's the background here? What's the orange part?
This is a tomato.
Yeah.
And this is mold, a mold spore on a tomato.
That's a bit of penicillium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you would never know what it is without a description.
No, you wouldn't.
You would think it was like a flower,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's just kind of, whoa. There we go. This is a Teresa Zagota, 200x magnification, a tapeworm.
So he's got his camera rigged up to microscope by the look of it.
Yeah. This is a tapeworm. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Living Volvox algae releasing its daughter colonies. It looks like a Pac-Man. It looks like Pac-Man.
Yeah. It looks like some sort of weird Pac-Man video game.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool. This is So yeah, this would be the type of stuff. I care. So this is a flowering plant seed head, 2 times magnification. Wow.
That's pretty sharp, isn't it?
Yeah. Stereo microscopy. That's neat. Yeah.
I've got a new world focus stacking the pictures.
Yeah. So this is fluorescent. So immortalized human skin cells expressing fluorescently tagged keratin. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It just, wow. Yeah. That's cool.
I mean, you could have a big 20 by 30 on your wall, and people are going to go, "What is it?" You know?
Yeah.
Tell them it's a skin cell.
Yeah, come on. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, don't you recognize a skin cell when you see it?
So they used Zarine Stacker for the first place in 2015, which was this. Eye of a honeybee covered in dandelion pollen.
Wow. Yeah, you couldn't guess what they were unless they put them.
Yeah. So this is 120x.
Yeah.
Wow.
Colorful.
Photograph this. Is this with a microscope?
It says reflected light 120x. So
It's gotta
I'm assuming it's through a microscope.
Yeah. I wonder what the depth of field is.
So you hook up the camera to the microscope. Yeah.
It's a shame they haven't put how many images this takes to build.
Let's see. Bee eye covered in dandelion pollen brings to light just how little is understood. Grimm employed impressive technique, including over 4 hours to capture his image, including over 4 hours of careful work to mount the eye, set the focus increments, properly illuminate the eye, and avoid peripheral smudging. As a high school teacher, self-taught, and former beekeeper. Wow. That's cool.
Didn't have any problems finding eyeballs then.
You found a bee, and yeah, obviously the bee had to be dead, or it would have never been able to do it. But wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's a type of photography that would be really, really neat to do. But oh my gosh, talk about painstaking.
Yeah.
Wow, that would probably take the cake. Yeah, that would be tough. That would be really, really tough. Well, cool. That's a neat experiment, Dennis. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, it works.
That's it. Yeah. Well,
now you've got 22 days left on the free trial, and then it expires. So
this is true. Yeah. But so I can stack photographs in GIMP.
Yep.
I've still got all the JPEGs, so I'll shove them in the GIMP and see what kind of build that does. You know. So,
see how it does comparatively. Yeah.
Yeah. It done the flowers okay. The ones I put on a couple of weeks ago, stacked 5 or 6 images together.
Yep.
And they turned out really, really well. The good thing about that was I was using the Voigtlander wide open, which gives that glow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives a really nice glow when it's wide open.
Yeah. No, that's definitely the lens.
You shut it down.
Yeah. For sure. So, well, good. Well, good show, guys. Appreciate you showing up. And yeah, we've got 2 weeks. What is this? 13th.
Hey guys, the Blue Angels flying over. I don't know if you can hear that.
Oh, okay. That's what that is. Okay. All right. They're doing that San Francisco Air Show right now. Yeah. Yeah, we were out there. What year was it? 2010. It was basically now. Yeah, we were in San Francisco, and we were in our hotel so we could see that. They were doing the warm-up practice like on Friday, I think it was, for the show.
Well, weren't they doing something with the red arrows? from the UK.
What, the Blue Angels and the Red Arrows?
Yeah, I'm sure I see like they were flying together.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could believe that. Yeah, but no, it's interesting. The San Francisco one, yeah, because they take in the whole. They do it basically over the bay, don't they? That's where most of the show is done, I think, over San Francisco Bay. But
Yeah, that's correct.
yeah, there is a where is it? That's a canyon in I think it's in Death Valley or somewhere in California where they where a lot of military pilots fly through, do fly-throughs, and it's a real popular place for people because you can sit up on the canyon, look down in, and as the planes fly through, and they do like a couple weekends a year. We'll have all kinds of different planes flying through, so photographers can get the planes like shooting above, looking down into the canyon as the planes fly through, and you get some really impressive shots. I've seen a few. I think on Flickr and then some YouTube videos of people, so you get to see like F-16s up close, essentially, as they're in full flight, going whatever, 300-400 miles an hour or whatever through a canyon. So yeah, pretty impressive.
A few years ago, Mark, some joker flew his light aircraft through Tower Bridge in London. Because it's got a top where it all opens up. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. And I think he lost his license for doing that.
Oh, really? Huh. I didn't believe that would happen. I don't know why. Yeah. Was it like a little Cessna, like a small light, like a civilian light aircraft type thing?
Yeah. Someone had a photograph. I'm sure it hit our papers years ago, like that someone flew a light aircraft under Tower Bridge. Yeah.
That was the last flight he took.
Yeah, probably. Maybe he was retired anyway.
Oh man, yeah. No, that would be it'd be a good way to go out though. If you're gonna final at least licensed flight. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's still flying.
Hopefully, you get away with it now. Flying anything over London was not authorized.
You get shot down if you're not careful.
Yeah. Right.
Anymore. Yeah. Well, good one, guys. Nice images. I'm gonna try to. I've got some time coming up here now that the weather's broke. It's actually fall weather here in Atlanta instead of 95 degrees and humid. I'm gonna try to reconnect with the street photography group, see if I can get out, actually use the camera. It'd be a novel idea. I don't know. We'll see.
Have you not been back to the darkroom, Mark?
No, I have not. I haven't done any shot. I haven't done any film in a year. It's kind of sad. No, 11 months. 11 months. Yeah.
I was going through my film the other day, and I found 2 unopened cartons of color positive.
Okay. All right.
36 rolls. So that's going to take quite a while. I've got to go through 10 rolls of positive. Yeah.
Well, I want to get through. I've got a couple rolls of. Well, I've got half a roll still in my Nichromat, 35 millimeter that I need to use, and I've got a couple other rolls of black and white that I'd like to use in that camera. And I think it's got a nice. It's got a fast 50 millimeter lens on it. That's 1.8, I think. Yeah, kind of the standard kit lens from 1968 or 66, whenever my dad got that camera. And it works great.
What about your 120? You got any film for that?
I do have one. I think I still have one roll of film for that. Yeah, the one you see sitting on the shelf behind me. Yeah. So yeah, that would be fun to go out with the 35 and the 120, and my phone, I guess. But yeah, just to try to do analog and actually do.
I've got a few rolls of 120 in positive, so I really need to use some more. I've got some what need developing, but I don't want to buy the chemicals. I'd rather do them all at once because positive E6 goes off so quick.
Yeah. You need to have a bunch of stuff ready to develop, and then buy the chemicals, and then do it all within a week or two. Yeah.
I've got the wine saver plugs for the bottles, so maybe they'll last a bit longer this time.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, that should pretty much get rid of all the oxidation if it sucks out all
So I got planes, I got trains, and I just need an automobile. And
You
I'll have
need
to
an
check
automobile, and you got yourself a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, good show, guys. Thanks for showing up, Frank. As always, Dennis, thank you. We will be, I think, I don't think there's any, no, I think we're good to go for the next month or so, at least, into October. I think I have to take a break in November around Thanksgiving, but that's still 6 weeks away at least. So I think we were good. So, everybody, you guys have a great week. Thank you. And,
Sure.
enjoy, and same bat time, same bat channel next week. See ya.
See
Bye,
ya.
guys. See
Bye.
you next week.